Well, here it is, fresh out of the box. Red Jacket ZK-22 Bullpup stock. Still in the plastic. Okay, here it is all put together. Okay, a couple things. I didn't put this on yet, but the shell deflector will be on there. Wanted to show you the problem I was having with the charging handle. Now, if you're on it like this, and as long as you keep it pressure on this right side, it works okay. If you just keep a finger on this side, as long as you press down on it, it works okay. Now, if you're lefty and you're using the left hand side, if you reach your hand across and put it through like this, but obviously it'll be with your left hand instead of your right, it'll work okay. But if you're just putting pressure just on this side, sometimes it works, and other times what happens is this is spinning kind of this way a little bit, and this piece here is sliding up onto the action there, and it's kind of getting jammed up between the receiver and the plastic. You can see that gap there. So what it's doing, see, there's play in it, and what's actually happening is this piece is sliding up over the flat piece on the handle here, and then it's getting jammed up in between there. And you push it forward, it corrects it, but it is an issue, and I think all it is it's just that there's just too much gap between here. It needs to be a little tighter. If that was a little tighter, I think that would fix the entire issue altogether. Remember, I took the other video clip, told you I was removing that safety because I could not get it to stay tight in there when it was together. So I get rid of it. The only safety is the safe action, just like your Glock. Works for Glock, works for me. It does only come with one rail. I ordered another. I knew this ahead of time, so I ordered another Magpul rail. Problem is, the screws that came with the one I ordered aren't the right thread. These have thick threads, and the one that came with the one I ordered have fine thread. So I gotta wait till I can get to the hardware store and pick up a couple coarse thread screws. Put the other rail on. Now, magazine slide in okay. Now it does go in and lock okay. I'm not gonna do it right here. This is a ram line. Haven't had any issues with the ram line. Snaps in okay. Mag release works fine. As far as, I haven't fired anything from the Bullpup stock yet. Still need to get optics for it. The ramline magazine in regular factory Ruger 1022 wooden stock, the ramline fired fine. I haven't had any issues with it. The Butler Creek magazines seem to only work if you only put about 20 rounds in it instead of the full 25. Okay, get interrupted there for a second. Butler Creek magazines, what I was saying. Butler Creek 25 round. If you load them all full 25 rounds, you put them in, they jam. The bullets come up at a heavy angle instead of going into the tube. They keep getting jammed up. Well, that was with the factory Ruger stock. I mean, same receiver, it's going to do the same thing, but factory gun, that was an issue. But it works fine after if you only use about 20. If you load them about 20 rounds full. Must just be too much pressure. Maybe if you use it a good bit, maybe fill it up and let it sit for a while. Maybe release some of that spring pressure. I don't know, it just seems to be too much pressure, and it's jamming them up instead of in. But other than that, like I said, as long as you keep 20 in them, Butler Creeks work fine. They actually snap into place really, really nice. They have locking points on them, so you can have 2 of your magazines back to back. Works nice on the factory Ruger stock. Problem with the Bullpup stock is they have to go up in too far, so it doesn't clear. So not going to be able to use them like that. It did not come with your swivel stud, sling stud attachments. It does have this, so you could put a regular shoulder strap on it, like tactical style. So that would be nice. That would be okay. If I put one on it, that's probably all I would do. But it does have the point, so you can put your stud on it, left or right side, front and back. So I'll put this little muzzle brake on it. I don't really like the front sight on this with the Bullpup stock, so got this little cheap muzzle brake on there just to take away the looks off that front sight. I was going to change the barrel and decided not to. So other than that, I'll take it out here soon and see how it fires. I'm sure it's going to fire fine.
I don't think I'm hitting that at all.